Dr. Emily Carter notes that more than 1 in 2 men over 40 experience some degree of erectile dysfunction, and by age 60, that number rises even higher. Yet, instead of speaking openly about it, most men suffer in silence, blame themselves, or chase quick fixes that only mask symptoms. She offers a different path. A simple, natural nutrient taken at the right time of day may not only restore vitality, but also improve sleep quality and much of the energy many men thought was gone for good. This isn't about miracle pills or empty promises. It's about a deeper understanding of how the body works, how hormones, circulation, nerves, and sleep are tightly interconnected, and how one specific nighttime vitamin can play a surprisingly powerful role in resetting that balance. Think of it like tending the soil instead of just watering the plant. When the soil is rich and well-nourished, everything else grows stronger. Men over 60 often face a three-part challenge. Testosterone naturally declines, affecting desire and energy. Deep restorative sleep becomes harder to achieve, making overnight repair more difficult. Circulation, the very foundation of potency, grows less efficient with age, especially alongside diabetes, hypertension, or an enlarged prostate. This creates a vicious cycle. Poor sleep weakens hormonal balance, weakened hormones impair sexual function, reduced function erodes confidence, which adds stress and further harms sleep. The good news, Dr. Carter explains, is that this cycle can be broken. Modern research shows that certain nutrients taken at night can work with the body's natural rhythm, improving sleep quality, restoring hormonal balance, and strengthening the vascular system that supports sexual function. Today, she focuses on one nutrient in particular, studied for its ability to enhance both potency and sleep quality in men over 60. In this segment, she explores the science together with viewers, what the vitamin is, how it works, why timing matters, and what the best research shows. Dr. Emily Carter tells viewers they'll debunk common myths, discuss real-life cases, and offer clear, practical steps men can start tonight. Men deserve clarity, not fear. They deserve solutions that make sense and, most importantly, the assurance that these challenges aren't a sign of failure but a manageable part of aging when approached with knowledge and care. She begins with a core concept: the connection between sleep and testosterone. Testosterone isn't only about masculinity or sexual performance, it's deeply tied to how the body restores itself at night. Think of it as the body's overnight repair crew. Just as road workers need quiet hours to rebuild a highway, the body needs deep, uninterrupted sleep to restore testosterone levels. Research backs this up. A landmark University of Chicago study showed that even 1 week of restricted sleep, only 5 hours per night, reduced testosterone in young men by nearly 15%. Put differently, that's like aging 10 to 15 years in just 7 days, simply from poor sleep. Now imagine how fragile that balance becomes at age 60, when production is already naturally declining. Another crucial detail: testosterone is released pulsatile throughout the night with the highest peak in the earliest cycles of deep sleep. If a man struggles with insomnia, wakes frequently to urinate, or has restless legs, he may be interrupting the very window when testosterone has its best chance to recover. That's why, after a bad night's sleep, energy, desire, and potency can drop almost immediately. It's like trying to charge a phone with a faulty outlet. If the current cuts out every hour, the battery never fully recharges. Likewise, when deep sleep is repeatedly broken, the testosterone battery stays half full, no matter how healthy the diet or exercise routine. Stress compounds the problem. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises when sleep is disrupted, and elevated cortisol directly suppresses testosterone production in the testes. Poor sleep not only slows production, it raises a hormone that actively blocks it, a double hit to vitality. So what can men do? Step 1 is recognizing that addressing sleep is not optional for maintaining vitality after 60. Sexual function depends on the sleep cycle as much as it depends on blood flow. Here's the key: introducing certain vitamins or minerals in the evening can do more than help someone fall asleep faster. They can protect hormonal rhythms. By improving sleep quality, the body can reset testosterone naturally, which supports sexual health and overall vigor. If that connection makes sense, she invites viewers to like the video. Feedback helps confirm that this detailed science-based guidance is valuable. And if sleep has been a challenge, she encourages comments to open a conversation. No one is alone in this, and there are real, evidence-informed solutions. Dr. Emily Carter reminds viewers they're not alone, and that there are science-backed solutions. Most people think of melatonin as a simple sleep aid, a small pill that helps you drift off. But melatonin isn't just a sedative. It's a hormone naturally produced by the pineal gland in response to darkness. For men over 60, melatonin plays a far bigger role than merely helping with sleep. It influences sexual health, nitric oxide signaling, and even prostate function. Research published in medical journals shows that melatonin interacts with the testes, helping regulate testosterone production and protecting cells from oxidative stress. Work highlighted by the National Institutes of Health also shows melatonin supports endothelial cell function, the inner lining of blood vessels. That matters because a healthy endothelium enables the release of nitric oxide, the body's chemical green light for erections. If that light never turns green, blood flow stalls. By protecting the vessel lining, melatonin helps keep that signal working. So taking melatonin at night isn't only about deeper sleep, it helps preserve the foundation of potency. She then addresses the prostate. Emerging evidence suggests melatonin may protect prostatic tissue, potentially reducing inflammation and improving urinary symptoms in men with benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. While the data are still developing, it underscores the value of avoiding chronically low melatonin levels. Reality check. Melatonin production naturally declines with age. By 60, levels can be roughly half of what they were at 20. Should every man supplement? It's nuanced. For some, a low dose, 1 to 3 milligrams taken 30-60 minutes before bed can be helpful. Higher doses aren't necessarily better and may cause grogginess or disrupt sleep architecture. The goal is to support the body's rhythm, not overwhelm it. Her practical advice: treat melatonin like a gentle reminder. Dim lights at night, avoid screens for an hour before bed, and, with a clinician's okay, consider a small melatonin dose as part of the evening ritual. This signals to the body that it's safe to enter deep rest, the ground where testosterone renewal, vascular repair, and sexual vitality take root. If this resonates, she invites comments. Many men feel embarrassed to discuss sleep supplements, but melatonin isn't a crutch. It's a natural hormone that declines with age, and a careful boost can help restore both nights and potency. When people think of vitamin D, most picture sunshine and bone health. The body synthesizes it when skin is exposed to UV light, but for men over 60, vitamin D acts more like a hormone than a simple vitamin. Dr. Emily Carter explains that vitamin D influences testosterone levels, vascular health, immune balance, and even mood stability, factors that shape both potency and overall vigor. Research shows that men with adequate vitamin D have significantly higher testosterone than deficient men, and that deficiency is linked not only to low testosterone, but also to higher rates of erectile dysfunction because vitamin D supports endothelial function, the inner vessel lining essential for nitric oxide release. Without healthy endothelial cells, blood flow is compromised and potency suffers. Timing matters. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, so it's absorbed best with meals that include healthy fats. While many clinicians suggest morning or midday dosing to mirror sunlight, emerging evidence suggests that in men with sleep problems, evening supplementation may indirectly support melatonin rhythms. Vitamin D helps regulate the circadian system, the internal clock governing sleep and hormone release, like resetting the body's wristwatch so testosterone production and vascular repair happen at the right times. Mood is another key area. Men low in vitamin D often report fatigue, irritability, or low mood. Depression and low testosterone frequently overlap, and both can drain sexual vitality. Restoring vitamin D may raise testosterone and often improves mood and energy, creating a positive cycle: better sleep, better mood, stronger potency. Dr. Carter offers a simple analogy. Planting a garden in dry, depleted soil won't work no matter how good the seeds are. Vitamin D is like rainfall, nourishing the soil so hormones, circulation, and energy can take root. When vitamin D is restored, many men feel younger again, not because age reverses, but because the body finally has the basics to perform as it should. Practical tip. For men over 60, she recommends asking a clinician to check vitamin D with a 25-hydroxy vitamin D blood test. Many are surprised to learn they're deficient, even if they spend time outdoors. If supplementation is needed, personalize the dose. Some men do better with smaller daily amounts, others with higher weekly dosing. With a clinician's okay taking vitamin D at dinner, especially if that's the main meal and includes healthy fats like olive oil, salmon, or avocado, can support both absorption and evening rhythms. The goal isn't perfection, It's giving the body a foundational tool to keep testosterone, sleep, and potency aligned. She adds that if there's one mineral deserving more attention in men's health, especially after 60, it's magnesium. Often called the relaxation mineral, magnesium participates in 300 plus biochemical reactions in the body, yet nearly half of older adults are deficient. Why does this matter for potency, vigor, and deep sleep? Magnesium directly influences nerve function, muscle relaxation, stress hormone control, and vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels that makes erections possible. The research is compelling. Studies link magnesium supplementation to better sleep quality in older adults with insomnia, and men with higher magnesium levels tend to have higher testosterone than those who are deficient. For erections, magnesium supports nitric oxide synthesis, the very pathway that lets blood flow freely into penile tissue. Without enough magnesium, vessels stay tense and smooth muscle relaxation, critical for an erection, is impaired. Dr. Carter uses a plain image. Magnesium is the oil for the gears. Without oil, gears grind and eventually seize. In the body, that shows up as tight muscles, restless nights, and poor vessel relaxation. With adequate magnesium, systems flow. Sleep deepens, stress hormones drop, and erections become easier to achieve. Another overlooked role? Magnesium helps temper cortisol, the stress hormone. Chronically high cortisol disrupts sleep and suppresses testosterone. By calming the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal (HPA) axis at night, magnesium supports deep, restorative sleep and a hormone environment friendlier to testosterone. How to get more? Dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains are excellent sources. The challenge, she notes, is that magnesium absorption declines with age, and common medications, such as diuretics or acid-blocking drugs, can increase losses. That's why many men over 60 may benefit from a tailored plan, dietary sources first, then supplementation if needed, under the guidance of their clinician. Dr. Emily Carter notes that this is why magnesium supplementation is sometimes necessary. Among the many forms, magnesium glycinate and magnesium citrate are often well tolerated in the evening, absorb well, and tend to promote relaxation without digestive upset. Her practical tip: consider taking magnesium about 1 hour before bed, ideally with a light snack or a warm herbal tea. This signals the body that it's time to unwind. Many men report not only falling asleep faster, but also experiencing fewer nighttime awakenings. Over time, deeper, steadier sleep helps stabilize testosterone levels and improve vascular function, both critical for potency and vigor. So far, the focus has been hormones and sleep, but there's another crucial piece of the puzzle: circulation. At its core, potency is a vascular event. Erections occur when blood vessels open and allow blood to surge into penile tissue, where it's trapped and held firm. Without healthy circulation, even normal testosterone levels can't guarantee strong erections. That's why men with diabetes, high blood pressure, or atherosclerosis often struggle with erectile dysfunction, even if hormone levels appear normal. Here's what the research shows. The molecule that makes erections possible is nitric oxide, NO, produced by the endothelial lining of blood vessels. NO tells the smooth muscle in penile arteries to relax so blood can flow. A study in the American Journal of Cardiology emphasized that erectile dysfunction is often an early warning sign of vascular disease, sometimes appearing years before cardiac problems. In other words, an erection is a window into vascular health. How do sleep and vitamins come into play? During deep sleep, the body repairs endothelial cells, the very cells that produce nitric oxide. Nutrients like melatonin, vitamin D, and magnesium support this process. Melatonin protects these cells from oxidative stress. Vitamin D enhances their responsiveness. Magnesium helps smooth muscle relax so nitric oxide can do its job. Taken together at night, these nutrients work during the very hours the body is designed to heal blood vessels and restore vascular tone. Think of it like repairing a dam overnight so water flows freely the next morning. If the dam is cracked or clogged, water stagnates. If vessel linings are unhealthy, erections fail. With steady repair, blood flows strong and reliably. There's another layer. Nitric oxide production naturally declines with age, beginning in the 40s and accelerating into the 60s. That's why many men notice erections aren't as firm or dependable. The decline isn't irreversible. Studies show that lifestyle factors, including sleep quality, exercise, and nutrition, can increase nitric oxide availability. Aerobic activity improves endothelial function, while magnesium and vitamin D help support the enzymes involved in NO production. Dr. Carter's practical guidance. Pair nighttime nutrient support with daytime circulation habits. A brisk walk, deep breathing practice, and pelvic floor exercises all encourage blood flow. Add magnesium, vitamin D, or melatonin at night with a clinician's guidance, and you reinforce those daytime gains by giving blood vessels the tools they need to heal while you sleep. The big picture: potency isn't only about testosterone or desire, it's about whether the vascular system is healthy enough to deliver blood on demand. The nighttime repair window, supported by specific nutrients, is one of the most overlooked yet powerful strategies men over 60 can use to preserve vigor and confidence. She recaps, they've covered a lot of ground, from sleep and testosterone to melatonin, vitamin D, magnesium, and the critical role of circulation.